In 2024, you guys absolutely need to be using leverage when it comes to business. Now, leverage can come in the form of many different ways. It could be money, it also could be people, but in this particular video, we're gonna talk about how to leverage software. And today we're using one of my favorite softwares to use inside of real estate investing, and the app is called Deal Machine. Now, when it comes to real estate investing, you have to find sellers who actually want to sell. Now, when using leverage, in this case, the software, we're using these softwares to find homeowners who actually want to sell. Now, data tells us that not everyone wants to sell in this market, especially while supply is low and demand is high. So one of the features that I love inside of Deal Machine is a list stacking tool. Essentially, you can create different lists, okay? You can create a vacant list, an absentee list, all these different kinds of lists, maybe a 90-day late list, and then you can stack them together, and Deal Machine will tell you, which name or which address pops up on different lists multiple times. See, if the house is vacant, they don't live there, it's their second house, and they're 90 days late, see, that person is more likely to sell than if it's just their second home that they have as an investment or vacation property. And see, when you're able to target down, a hot list like that, essentially you'll be able to reach out to less people in less time and make better offers to more motivated sellers. Secondly, is the Inside CRM tool. CRM simply stands for Customer Relationship Management Tool. Now, every good business needs one because sellers that you reach out to today are not necessarily ready to sell. So you need a way to follow up with them, a way to organize and keep all the information that you have in one particular place. I messed up with this when I first started. I had like a notebook, a journal, I'd write down all of these addresses, write down the sellers' names, and then I take little notes in this journal and I keep flipping the page and then next thing you know, my daughter, she's riding around with me doing this, she spills something on it. So literally 200 pieces of like content, I guess, addresses and phone numbers got wiped out just by one, soda spill in my car. And so I had to find a better way, and using Deal Machine to keep all of your information and your notes in, you can do it. There's like notes tabs. There's even like a follow-up management tool in there. You can automate a reminder for a phone call, or you can automate a mailer to go out every so often, every particular month until, or you can actually send a text message right from the app. So instead of having, one software that does this and one software that does that, I love that Deal Machine provides a CRM tool inside of their software. So that way, as a beginner real estate investor, as a beginner wholesaler, or beginner landlord, beginner deal finder, or even realtor, you don't have to have multiple, softwares in order to have the things that you need all in one side of app, all inside of one app. The app is really good at helping you find different lists. Okay, now don't get me wrong, you can customize the list inside of the app. So what I mean by customizing is, so let's say that day you drove to work and you saw some high grass, you saw a house with tall grass, and it's not usually tall grass. And then you also noticed that the gutter was hanging down. You can stop, open up the app, click the little arrow button to point down your location, and then you can click on that house and add that property to your list of leads. It would produce a name and a phone number for the seller, right? So you can create a customized driving for dollars list, or you could also create like a custom list, like if you only wanted to find mobile homes, or mobile home parks. Instead of driving around for that particular list, you can go inside of Deal Machine and, create, they have AI, they've like generated like these AI meta kind of lists now. So AI can kind of search the area in your area, find out where mobile home parks are, bring that to the app and create you a custom mobile home park list if that's what you want, or if you want apartments, or if you want warehouses. it can create these custom lists for you without you necessarily having to drive for dollars. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love driving for dollars because you're out here in the real world, you know, creating a list that nobody else has. Maybe it's a code violation notice on the door. Maybe it's signs of an eviction. Or maybe you're in a really, maybe you're in a really nice neighborhood, you're in $1 million neighborhood, and you're just looking for the worst ones, I still do love the customizable list, but Deal Machine can create you some very niche lists with very little information. If you just add some kind of niche filters in there, they can create you your own list and then instantly be able to get you the phone numbers, up to 10,000 phone numbers at one time. On top of having a CRM inside of one tool, the next thing that they've just added is their multi-line dialer. Now, you guys know that have made any kind of calls inside of real estate, it takes a lot of phone calls to get sellers on the phone. So because it takes so many phone calls, we need a tool that can call multiple sellers at one time. Before, you've had to pay an additional fee, sign up for another software in order to get this feature, but now Deal Machine has added it inside of their software. So now you can call not 1, 2, but you can also call 3 people at one time. And the way the multi-line dialer works is when one person answers, those other 2 phone calls get dropped and a voicemail gets dropped into their voicemail while you talk to that third person. If someone answers at the same time, then it goes over to an IVR, a pre-recorded, voicemail that they can choose 1 or 2 to get dropped into another voicemail where they can leave you a message and you can call them back afterwards. Now, this tool is absolutely necessary if you're a beginner real estate investor or even if you're a seasoned real estate investor, so you can maximize your cold calling efforts and talk to the most motivated sellers possible every single day. Lastly, let's talk about the postcard tool. Now, a lot of these new gen, real estate investors, are doing all the new quote unquote hip things to do. The lazy text messaging, the lazy RVMs, but postcards are one of those old school, tried and true, marketing strategies that not very many people do, but this app allows you to do very easily. Now, for me, I have several different postcards depending on the house that I want to attract, or the seller that I want to attract, or the acquisition strategy I want to do at the time. So I have one that's with a picture of me on it with my family, and then another with a picture of the house. And then I also have one with nothing but words saying that, hey, I'll give you the price that you want with a fair amount down, so I can attract those people who are open to seller financing, because I'm sending that to people's, houses that are free and clear. You see what I mean? Now, the postcards, it's so easy to send. It's like candy. If you got, 10,000 or 20,000 addresses in your app, literally you can send all of them a postcard with literally one click of a button, send all. It's amazing. And at the end of the day, we know postcards is a volume game. I was actually talking to someone yesterday who signed up for a coaching call. He said he manually hand wrote 100 postcards. And I asked him how long it took. He said it took him 4 hours. And so imagine being able to save that time from just sending 100. You got to do it manually, but now you can send out 1,000 with one button. Imagine how much more efficient you'll be with getting leads. And in real estate investing, the more leads we have, that means the more offers we can make, which means the more deals we're going to close, which means more money in the bank for us. So if you guys want to learn more about real estate investing, I'm going to leave a little link below for you so that way you guys can use the Deal Machine app, but also so you can change your life with real estate profits. See you guys on the next one. Peace.